Alright, welcome back to another video, guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about food guidelines on the back of food packaging for dogs. This is mostly on things like kibble. This is something that I've practiced myself since I was around 16 years old when I was first introduced to bodybuilding. How do they correlate? So with a dog feeding guide, it's much the same as what we are recommended as human beings. So if you look at the daily guideline for humans, it's between 2,000, 2,200, can go up to 2,500. But if you imagine, there's so many different size dogs. So many different dogs do so many different variations of exercise intensities. Every single dog is different, and every single dog has individual requirements. So on the back of these food packages, they are simply a guideline. And what I mean by this is, if you imagine a dog, much like Luna here, I don't know if you can see her, she's very flat on the sofa, but she weighs about 25 kilograms, and this is what she does most of the time. She does minimal exercise. She's a complete couch potato. Now let's compare Luna to another 25 kilo dog who is on 4 hours of exercise a day. What do you think is going to happen if we feed Luna the same amount as that dog who's out exercising for 4 hours a day? Luna's going to get really fat because she's not burning off the calories. She would really enjoy the extra calories, but we can't have her getting fat and super unhealthy. Whereas the dog who's getting 4 hours of exercise a day can eat a whole bunch more than Luna in order to maintain their ideal body weight for the amount of exercise that they're doing. And this is exactly the same for humans. If I sit on the sofa all day and I'm a 100 kilo human being, but there's a 100 kilo human being who's running for 4 hours every single day, he's going to need to eat a lot more than what I require in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So now you might be wondering, okay, so how do I know how much food I need to feed my dog? So if you've got some guidelines in front of you, start at the top end of those guidelines. Walk your dog as normal. Just do your thing as you would normally with your dog. And all you need to do is, firstly, keep an eye on what they look like, because most of what we're going to do moving forward is by eye. But if you want to be really precise with things, pick up your dog, stand on the scales with them, and then you can deduct that total body weight off of how much you weigh standing on the scales on your own. And that's a really easy way to keep an eye on their body weight without having to go backwards and forwards to the vets. Over time, if your dog gains a kilogram, you will now know that you need to reduce the food a little bit. How much do you need to reduce it by? Start small. So start by reducing their food by 10 grams per day. Check their body weight in a couple of weeks and repeat the process until you get to a point where you're really happy with what the dog looks like and they are at a maintainable body weight, depending on which dog you're looking at and also on their activity level. And lastly, I would just like to mention on this video, with my dog Freddie, who's a Whippet, sometimes we will go on really long walks. On that particular day, I will feed him a little bit more. On days where we don't do barely any exercise, I will feed him what I know I need to feed him in order to maintain his 15 kilogram body weight. So when we go for long distance exercise, I replace the calories that he's burnt with a slightly bigger dinner. And that's how I'm able to perfectly maintain Freddie's body weight throughout the year. So guys, I hope that helps. I hope you guys found some value from this information. And until the next one, I'll see you all very soon.